Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Ram 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 जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा everyone. So today is 15th of January 2024 and Paushya Masa or Narayana Masa, Sukla Paksham and Panchami Tiri. I think there are two events today. One is Ganga Sagar Mela and another one is Makara Sankranti. So some festivals they started yesterday, but events in the UK calendar it is mentioned today. So about Ganga Sagar Mela, this is a festival observed especially at the confluence of the Ganges and the Bay of Bengal. Kapila Ashrama, the ashrama of Lord Krishna's incarnation as Kapila Deva, the son of Devahuti, is located at this place. The festival commemorates the king Bhagirathi bringing the river Ganges down from the celestial planets to the ocean and the lower worlds. In Ganga Sagar Mela, over 6 lakhs pilgrims assemble to take a holy dip at a place of confluence of river Ganges on the Makara Sankranti day. So that is about Ganga Sagar Mela. And about Makara Sankranti from the ISKCON.com. So this is also mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita about the Bhagavad Prapti, 8th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So at what time one passes from this material world to the material world, when he leaves his body, he would attain the highest planetary systems. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned like Agni Jyotir Aha Suklaha Sanmasa Uttarayanam Tat Prayata Gachanti Brahma Brahma Vido Janaha. Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain that Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fairy god in the light at an auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, or during the 6 months when the sun travels in the north direction. So that Makar Sankranti, it starts today. So that Makar Sankranti, the sun enters the Makara Rasi on the Sankranti day, signifying oneself of Uttarayana Punyakalam. So some information is from the Sadachara Vaibhavam of the great Vaishnava devotee, Sripada Madhvacharya, that is mentioned in this ISKCON.com. So this Makar Sankranti is celebrated when the sun begins the northward journey, making the beginning of Uttarayana Punyakalam. Sun enters the sign of Makara from Cancer at this time. This is also called equinox, when the day and the night are exactly the same. Starting day, the duration of the day starts to increase until Dakshinayana comes. Makar Sankranti signifies two things. One is the changing path of sun, and other is the beginning of Uttarayana Punyakalam. So Makara literally means. So that is about Makara Sankranti. And also Lord Surya on his dazzling chariot that has thousands of spokes and magnificent wheels and driven by 7 horses, 7 colors of the spectrum, begins his journey northward into Makara Rasi, filling our lives with light and getting rid of the darkness. This light not only fills our material life and helps our plants grow at a seeding time, but also gets rid of our internal darkness, showing the path of self-realization, moksha. On this day, devotees prepare a dish made of green grams, rice, and jaggery, or Sarakkal Pongal, representing Lord Narayana, Lakshmi, and their divine love. The festival reminds us that the need to establish the divine love within ourselves and give a direction to this Chanchala Buddhi and fix it our Lord Narayana, who brings light in our lives. The same festival is celebrated as Pongal in the south of India. Harvest is brought home. The new rice is then boiled in milk to make the sweet called Chakkara Pongali. The special cuisine of the eve. The harvest festival is celebrated for 3 days. The delicacy is first offered to sun god, the chief deity under worship, that is later distributed to all as prasadam. The harvest is celebrated as being blessed with Dhanya Lakshmi, and a splendid feast is shared by all after the Ishta Devata pujas. So there are further information also given in this iskandeserty.com. So and also there is one few more things are mentioned, like especially Gobbemalu. Gobbemalu is the young girls are seen to put up Gobbemalu. These are round balls of cow dung that are decorated with vermilion, turmeric, and colored flowers. These are placed in the middle of the bright mugus or rangoli in front of the yards of the dwelling and are worshipped with navadanyas, 9 types of grains, to welcome the Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance and prosperity. Spinsters worship for good husbands on the occasion. After this, the women folk get gathered to sing and dance to the accompaniment around these gobbies. And many a traditional folk form add glory to the festive scenario. And Haridasos or Madhwas are seen singing eulogies of the Almighty and seeking alms from the people in the early hours of the days. And Gangireddu Ata, so another festival where trained oxen dance to the tunes of Nagaswaram, played by their master, is a great attraction. Probably not too many in Auckland or and so there are few information, and also there are kites. Kites are seen soaring high in the sky on the day of Makar Sankranti. This is a symbolic of the existence of mankind, with the kites depicting the human lives and the manza depicting the eternal bond between us and the divine self. People, however, seem to correlate the soaring kites with their high spirits on the eve of Makar Sankranti. Competitions held with kites of all sizes and shapes, and the sharp-edged manza draw people on the terraces and in open grounds to witness the riot of colors. Fun for the Gurukulis. So this is some information from the iskandicity.com. That is from the events perspective. We shall quickly enter into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Parikshit Maharaj, he is sitting for the Prayopavesha, completely determined and keeping his dharba or kushagras towards the roots towards the eastern direction, his face towards the northern direction, and he sitting on the southern side of the Ganges river. And he has surrendered all his kingdom, handed over all kingdom to his son Janamejaya. So when he was sitting like that, all the demigods from the celestial regions, they have showered the flowers and they have they have beaten their celestial drums. They were also pleased with the decision of Parikshit Maharaj. Evam च तस्मिन् नरदेव देवे प्रायोपविष्टे दिवि देव संगाः प्रशस्य भूमौ व्यकिरन् प्रसूनैः मुदा मुहुः दुन्दुभयशनेदुः. They showered flowers and beat in the drums. So now today, Suta Goswami further says, it is not only the demigods and also all these great sages who have assembled there, they are also glorifying Parikshit Maharaj's decision. And because all these great sages, they keep all the Lord in their heart, they are also as much powerful as Krishna in terms of blessing. So they also derive the qualities of Krishna. So likewise, Suta Goswami is saying. So we are in the first canto, chapter 19, verse number 19. महर्षयो वै समुपगताये प्रशस्य साधु इति अनुमोदमानाः ऊचुः प्रजानुग्रहशीलसाराः यदुत्तमश्लोकगुणाभिरूपम् महर्षयो वै समुपगताये. All the great sages assembled there. Maharshayo vai. So, as a matter of course, they have assembled there. Maharshayo vai. Some upagataye. They have assembled there. What they are doing? Prashasya sadhu iti. And they are glorifying Prashasya by praising him. Sadhu iti. Well, it is right. Very good. It's a good decision. Sadhu iti. Anumodamanaha. And all approving. They have said all approvingly. Oh, Parikshit, you have done very good thing. Likewise, they are showing their approval. Prashasya sadhu iti anumodamanaha. Uchuhu, and they are saying further, and prajanugraha saraha, and they have got so much of mercy to show their mercy towards all the praja anugraha silaha, doing good to the living beings, to all the people. Prajanugraha saraha. And Saraha is the qualitatively powerful. So, to whom it is being compared? Yad Uttama Shloka Gunabhirupam. Yad Uttama Shloka Gunabhirupam. One who is praised by the selected poems, Uttama Shloka Gunabhirupam, as beautiful as godly quality. So, these great sages, they have got those godly qualities. Praja Anugraha Selasaraha. And they contain Yad Uttama Shloka Gunabhirupam. So they are equally powerful as the Supreme Personality of Godhead in blessing all these people. Prajanugraha Sila Saraha. So likewise, Suti Goswami is saying, this is today the sages are not saying, so sages further they continue in the next verse. But here it is glorifying the sages, how powerful they are. Mahashyo vai sam upagataye prashisa sadhu iti anumodamanaha uchuhu prajanugraha selasaraha yadvuttama shloka gunabhirupam. So translation for this verse. All the great sages who were assembled there also praised the decision of Maharaja Parikshit, and they expressed their approval by saying, very good. Naturally, the sages are inclined to do good to common men, for they have all the qualitative powers of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, they were very much pleased to see Maharaja Parikshit, a devotee of the Lord, and they spoke as follows. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The natural beauty of a living being is enhanced by rising up to the platform of devotional service. Maharaja Parikshit was absorbed in attachment for Lord Krishna. Seeing this, the great sages assembled were very pleased, and they expressed their approval by saying, very good. Such sages are naturally inclined to do good to the common man. And when they see a personality like Maharaja Parikshit advance in devotional service, their pleasure knows no bounds. And they offer all blessings in their power. The devotional service of the Lord is so auspicious that all demigods and sages, up to the Lord himself, become pleased with the devotee. And therefore, the devotee finds everything auspicious. All inauspicious matters are removed from the path of progressive devotee. Meeting all the great sages at the time of death was certainly auspicious for Maharaja Parikshit. And thus he was blessed by the so-called curse of a Brahmana's boy. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Here these great sages, they all they are blessing Parikshit and also praising Parikshit Maharaja's decision. This is Prashishya Sadhu iti Anumodamanaha. Prashishya Sadhu iti, very good. Likewise, it is a very, by presence of the sages itself, it is auspicious and they speak in favorable to the Parikshit's decision or anyone's or people to whomever they are speaking, they are very fortunate here. And they praise that as soon as they see the devotee. So likewise, Prabhupada is mentioning that we have been seeing the glories of the Brahmanas and sages wherever they go, and they will sanctify the entire place. It will be completely auspicious. Like today, Ganga Sagar Mela, we see so many saintly people go and take a dip in that water, and also so many people are invoking, and also these Haridasas. Haridasas, they take this veena or tumbura, taking and glorifying the Lord's glories, and they go throughout all the villages, taking the oxen decorated very nicely and singing the glories. It is so many people, all auspiciousness, the festive season. That is a spirit. So here, the great sages, they have got all the qualitative, they have all the qualitative powers of the Supreme Lord, and they're always inclined to do good to the common man. This is Anuvratanam Shishyanam Putranam Chidviyottama Anaprushtamip Bruyuhu Guruvo Dhinavachalaha. So they're always kind and compassionate to their followers and their disciples and their children. They're always compassionate, and they will tell all kinds of necessary things for the well-being of the people. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So Mahashayo vai samupakataye prashisa sadhu iti anumodamanaha uchuhu prajanugraha selasaraha yad uttama shloka gunavirupam. So we shall quickly enter into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is a letter to Ranadhir, December 7, 1969. It is a medium letter. Can I request any dear devotees to read this letter?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, so no one can.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna Prabhu. Can you hear me, Prabhu? Okay, I can.
Yes, Mataji, now I can hear you.
Hare Krishna. My dear Ranthir, please accept my blessings. I beg to thank you for your letter dated November 23rd, 1969. I am also pleased to learn of the increased development of New Vrindavan. Please now try to organize a children's school. This is one of our program in New Vrindavan. And there is Haigriva, Kirtinanda, Satyabhama, Shamadasi, Paramananda, and yourself. You can form a school committee and get it recognized by the education board. Then more children will be sent. There is one small child in Berkeley, and if you so desire, you can ask Ahamsadutta to send the child in your care. Your mother has very kindly spoken about me, and she is herself a good lady. Otherwise, how could she have a nice child like you? So please keep in touch with your good mother and try to bring in Krishna consciousness gradually. This is also one of your duties, as your mother's duty was to raise you till you got strength. Similarly, when a child is grown up, it is his duty to see to the spiritual welfare of his mother. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the example is Devahuti and Lord Kapil Deva. Lord Kapil Deva appeared as the son of Devahuti, and in the absence of Kardama Muni, the father of Lord Kapil Deva, the divine son, instructed his mother Dehuti, and she got elevated to the transcendental position. Any boy who comes there, please take a special care of them. As it generally said, the child is the father of the man. So, if we can train little boys to Krishna consciousness, it will be a great help to our future activities. I was fortunate to get birth in such family, and my father trained me in this line. I am reaping the fruit in this old age for the training. So let New Vrindavan be an ideal spot for Krishna consciousness population, self-dependent on the local production and cow's milk. That is my ideal. Please offer my blessings to the others. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji?
Um, so the here Prabhupada was to open a school, and then here they organize a committee, and then when the children in care, and they can go like in the school. Yes, he's opening the school. And the other point is the when the child is coming young age in the Krishna consciousness, and he can try to bring the family, can be a man, and then bring the family in the Krishna consciousness. So here it said if you become a man, and then afterwards the family will be also come in Krishna consciousness. So when they try to be when they are boys, little boys, if they comes in Krishna consciousness, then gradually in the for the future is good for the different activities in future. So yes, Babu. Yeah. And old age the child's to when they get young and man, so he has a responsibility to look after the mothers as a uh, in the family, and when in the father's absence, they give the example for Kandarban, Devhuti, and Kapil Devas. Yes, sir. Yeah. So then it's for like a spiritual welfare for mother as well. Mm.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully summarized. So, raising Krishna conscious children, that is very, very important in our society. And the hopes of Prabhupada mentions about his, I'm reaping the fruit in this old age for that training. Otherwise, people who are retiring without Krishna consciousness, they just simply keep cats and dogs, and then they die in the hospitals. But Krishna conscious people, it is a different, entirely different. In all presence of devotees, in auspicious environments, without much pains, most of the times. So that is our, and Prabhupada giving the devotees duties to see the spiritual welfare of his mother as well. Kapila Dev was like that. After his father left, Pitiriprasthi Aranyam Matuhu Priyatikishaya. Tasmin Bindusari Avasi Bhagavan Kapila Kila. After his father left, he was staying with his mother at the Bindu Sarovara, and then he spoke all the Sankhya philosophy and also devotional service to Devhuti Mata. And Devhuti Mata engaged herself in the devotional service later on. After instructing that knowledge, he left. And even though as a mother, it is sometimes a bit difficult, motherly feelings, but Kapil Dev has left. But as she is now situated in the transcendental knowledge, she is now steady and determined, going back to Godhead. That affection is very strong. So, child's duty is to see the spiritual welfare of his mother as well. Okay, so that is from any other comments, dear devotees? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter and from the announcements point of view. So tomorrow we have got session, preaching session with Devashish Prabhuji. We are eager to wait from Prabhuji. And regular events continue Wednesday, Thursday. That's all from the announcements point of view. And dear devotees, if you have got any other points or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness or any events that are going on, kindly share. Okay, if there are no updates, then we shall conclude and continue with Padma Japa. वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण कॉन्शियस डे एवरीवन। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद,